Hey guys! Today I just wanted to sit down and talk about some plants that I think are really cool that you maybe haven't seen before. Keep it really casual. I think I have 10 plants on this list for things that I think are awesome that maybe people don't talk about as much, or I don't know, they don't get no respect. Don't get no respect. The quote, maybe a little bit underrated even. Most of these are on the slightly more uncommon end. I do talk about common plants a lot on my channel, so I kind of wanted to switch it up and do some uncommon planty stuff. And if my vein seems like it's popping out extra, it's really not. It's just I have a giant zit right here, right where my vein is, so it looks extra pronounced today. See, like, what's going on? It's the zit, I swear. So before we get into the video, please watch all the way through. Maybe click on to my next video or watch through a playlist if you have a little bit of extra time. Thumbs up or thumbs down this video letting me know if you liked it, and leave a comment telling me what some of your favorite uncommon plants are that people don't really talk about as much maybe, or just what your favorites are in general, whether they're talked about or not. Let's just get into it. Number one is a plant I've kind of talked about on my channel, not very much, but it is actually one of my favorites. It is an Epipremnum amplissumum. This was top of my wish list for at least a year. I finally was able to snag one and I absolutely love it. It's very easy care and super pretty. And what I love about it, okay, it just looks like a regular old philodendron, right? But then, wow, it gets these markings on top of the leaves, like these little silver stripes. So when the leaves first emerge, let me turn this around so you can see, they're just like solid green looking, pretty normal looking, and then as they mature, the little silver stripies will come out more and more. So yeah, I think this is really cool. And look, getting a massive aerial root. That's cool. I do have this living in my IKEA cabinet, which is why this top leaf is curled like that, because it's outgrowing the cabinet. I need to find somewhere new to keep it. I think this one's really pretty. Kind of underrated. Epipremnum amplissumum. Oh, it's just bugging me. Next up is Begonia Metallica, which is actually, I think, the first begonia I've ever owned. One of the first anyway. The first I've ever owned and kept alive. Let's just say that. I think it's really pretty. This is a little propagation I did recently. You actually saw me do it in a video, in my water propagation from start to finish video. If you're interested in how to do that, the plant is doing very well. And I just think it's so beautiful. The leaf shape is really cool. Oh, I love that. It's kind of pillowy looking, and I love the veining in the middle, how dark it is. And then the outside is a lighter green, almost bluish. I don't know, it's so pretty, and it does develop really cool colors under different lights. And then here's the back of the leaf. So pretty. I really love it. Like, genuinely, I really love it. Highly recommend this to any begonia lovers out there. I don't know if this is a common one or not. Probably, actually, maybe a little more common, because I was able to find it pretty easy, but I don't know. I just love it. I'm just gonna say that a million times. So cool. Oh, and it has little hairs. And look, it's getting a new leaf down there. Right there. So cute. Begonia Metallica. Next up is a Syngonium. I for sure showed this on my channel, but it is a Syngonium Steyermarkii, and this is one of my favorites. Like, definitely top 10 favorite plants of all time for sure on that list. The leaves again are super billowy. I will say this one is a little bit more of a diva, especially in terms of Syngonium. I find it does like to stay very well watered. Like, I just keep it sitting in a thing of water constantly with liquider in it, because it is also a heavy feeder. I think it's so pretty. And the leaves, wow. This one is definitely harder to find. They're not really available a lot of places. So if you stumble across one of these, I 10 out of 10 recommend going for it. Mine's actually getting a 4th leaf, which is really exciting. I did kind of struggle with this beauty for the first 6 months I had it, because I wasn't watering it enough. I was kind of watering it the same way I was watering my other Syngoniums, but now that I've upped it and upped the amount of fertilizer, plant food I'm giving it, it has done a lot better, because it was killing off the oldest leaf as it pushed out new ones, but it has stopped doing that. So we're gonna have 4 leaves for the first time. It is a pretty quick grower, especially for how big the leaves are. I don't know if anybody else has this, but the bigger leaf plants seem to grow a lot slower. Is that a thing, or is that just a me thing? I'm really happy with this one, and I think it's so pretty. So like I said, if you're a Syngonium lover and you're up for a challenge, maybe go for this one. Watch, it's probably easier than I'm making it out to be. I'm just not very good at plants. I don't know. Syngonium Steyermarkii. Next up is definitely one that leans more common, at least in my experience. It is a Philodendron Penifolium. I actually have a few of these. This is my newest one getting a new leaf. Yeah, I love it. I think it's so cute. I love the shape of it. I kind of like, I don't know, I like the form on this, how the leaves are like kind of spread out. I don't know. There's just something about the shape of this one, how it grows in, that I really extra love. I should probably give it a moss pull. And it is also very, very easy. I actually just grow mine in sphagnum moss mixed with soil, and it does very well. And again, definitely leans more common, but I just think it's so pretty. Do you like? I do. So this next plant actually isn't my plant, it's Ryan's plant, but I love it and I've enjoyed, you know, watching it grow, and it has grown quite a bit. So this is a Begonia Versacolor. I can't take it out of this little terrarium thing because it's all taped shut, and Ryan hasn't finished his terrarium build for it yet. So I'm not going to be taking it out, but hopefully you can see it well enough. I'll try to insert like closer up, but it's so pretty. If you can see up here, oh, the glare from the window isn't helping at all. If you can see up here, when the new growth comes in, it's like super pink and fuzzy. All the leaves are pink and fuzzy, but the newer growth especially just comes in like super hot pink, and it looks like it has like, I just said like so many times, that's annoying, a pink aura. Can you see that? I don't know. Me no know. This is a more uncommon begonia and a little more difficult, but we've had it in this container for weeks now. Almost a month now, I think, maybe? No, a little bit less than a month. And we haven't had to do anything with it. It's doing just fine. It is popping off, getting so much new growth. Begonia Versacolor. So cool and pretty. Oh wow, I have a whole bunch of like pink and purple colored plants left. Anyway, okay, next up is a Transcantia Nano, which I think is becoming more common. I see them for sale a lot more places lately. They are very easy to propagate and a very fun, rewarding plant, especially because of the color. Like, it's so purple, and especially if it gets an adequate amount of light. I think I have mine under a little bit too dim of light, but I'm going to move it outside in the summer and it will get a lot of that pink back, especially if you're into colored plants. I love this one. It is a little bit harder than regular Transcantia. Definitely worth it in my opinion. You just need to make sure it's getting enough light and not let it dry out too much between waterings. Otherwise you will end up with little brown spots on the leaf tips. Isn't it cute? I think it is. And I did actually see these available at Lowe's or Home Depot the last time I did one of my big box store videos. Thought pop up there, so maybe check your local big box stores. If you want to snag one of these, they may have it. Obviously, no guarantees because I don't know your store, especially the color. It's like different from any other color plant in my collection. Okay, and I'm gonna get the next one out of the way. I've talked about it so much on my channel lately, but I had to include it in this video. It is a Lapisia species Real, and it's just really pretty. It's like satiny, velvety looking with super vibrant hot pink leaves, kind of sunset colored, and it's actually really easy to take care of. They're not uncommon. You can definitely find these, but for some reason they're a little bit more pricey, although if you're able to swap for it or something, I suggest going for it because it's a very rewarding plant. Very, very rewarding. And I've loved keeping it. I have 3 now because I love them so much. So cute. So fun, so cute. Lapisia species Real. And I'm sorry for how much I talk about that plant. It's just really awesome. Okay, next up, my plant is a little bit too big to move over here, but it is a cardboard palm. Again, I think it leans a little slightly more common than uncommon, but it definitely, I still would consider it in the like uncommon section of plants. It's so cool. So the leaves grow in. The top part of this plant that's really tall is the new growth, and it starts out really soft and like flexible, but then as it hardens, it turns into what these bottom leaves are that you'll be seeing on screen now. Super cardboardy and unbendable, really different. Like, it feels fake, but it's not. It's a real plant. It's a real plant. So you can get these in a lot of, you can get these in different sizes. I went for the extra large size and I absolutely love it. So easy, really cool, and low maintenance, which we love in a plant, right? I love that in a plant anyway. Cardboard palm. Aw, cute. So this one's a little twofer. It has a cute little mushroom growing out of it. That doesn't, I know that bugs people, other people when that happens. It doesn't bug me at all, and I think that's so cute, little mushroom. Oh my gosh. Okay, so next up is a McCode's Patola jewel orchid. It's cool, it's easy. The colors are incredible. It grows really fast under the right conditions. I have it in a very humid terrarium environment right now. I think this is kind of a gateway plant into terrarium plants for a lot of people. You can definitely keep them out of a terrarium environment in your regular home environment. They just aren't as vibrant or beautiful, in my opinion, in a regular home environment as they will be in a terrarium, a very humid terrarium especially. If you end up with one of these, I recommend trying out terrariums, and if you want to get into terrarium life, this is a great option to start with. That's not like too difficult or too overwhelming. But yeah, oh my gosh, it looks so pretty on the screen. I'm sorry, I keep staring at my screen because it looks so good. And the mushroom, The little mushroom. Again, it's very different from any plants, you know, in my collection. I have a lot of plants, so that's saying something. Striking and lightning bolty. Oh, striking, lightning bolt. McCode's Patola Jewel Orchid. And then last up on the list is another terrarium begonia, and this is a Begonia Julo. Mine's just, oh, some soil just fell out. Mine is just a little baby, so you're definitely gonna have to look at the B-roll to get the full effect, but it's so beautiful. And again, if you like pink or colored plants, I think this is a great option, and another wonderful option for if you're wanting to get more into terrariums, but you're kind of nervous. Stick this puppy in a terrarium. Chances are it's gonna do just fine. This one's so baby, so cute. I love it. And I will say this is one, once it matures, it will lose its pink. It keeps the pink for a long time in my experience. I mean, it does take quite some time for it to get to that point. So if you're worried about that, don't worry about it too much. It'll take some time. And then you can always, once it loses its pink, you can always propagate it by leaf. I have a video coming up about how to propagate begonias. So stay tuned for that if you want to try it. But I think it's such a cool one. Really cool, really pink, pretty low maintenance. In a terrarium. I wouldn't ever keep a Julo outside of a terrarium. Personally, I don't think it would fare very well. You know, to each their own, give it a shot, see how it goes for you. Those are all 10 of the plants I wanted to show you today. Let me know if any of them are new to you, if you haven't seen any of them before, or, you know, if you have any of these, maybe leave some care tips for them or some other really cool plant options that you don't feel people maybe have heard of or fully appreciate as much as they should. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! Ugh, what is wrong with my eyes lately? I can't do it. Bye! Ugh.